My dear friend in Christ, a man who saw a farmer mercilessly whipping his mule while he plowed in the hot sun said, "Look, it's not my business to teach you how to plow, but don't you think it would be kind if you could rather make some sounds like hoo hoo or gee gee and get the beast to plow instead of whipping it mercilessly?" And the farmer replied, "3 years ago, this donkey kicked me with his hind legs, and ever since, we have not been in talking terms." My dear friend in Christ, often we hold grudges for months or years, refusing reconciliation or a spirit of forgiveness to prevail. In reality, the hatred and feelings of grudge we carry end up becoming a burden upon our own selves. Life can get miserable with every sight or thought of the person who hurt us. When you forgive and forget, your friends increase. You have power over your sleep, your appetite, your work, your relationships. You are at peace, and even your worship finds meaning. A man who was told by his doctor he had only few days to live immediately called in a couple of people who had hurt him, and he said, "I have only few days to live. So, I forgive all of you from the bottom of my heart." Relieved at the man's spirit of forgiveness, they headed for the door. When suddenly they heard him say, "But look, just in case I survive, I withdraw my forgiveness." Mahatma Gandhi, in his autobiographical reflections titled "All Men Are Brothers," he writes, "The weak can never forgive. Forgiveness is the attribute of the strong." Lay theologian and Christian apologist C.S. Lewis writes, "I think that if God forgives us, we must forgive too. Otherwise, it is almost like setting up ourselves as a higher tribunal than Him." St. Paul, in his letter to the Ephesians chapter 4, verse 31 and 32, writes, "Let all bitterness and wrath and anger and clamor and evil speaking with all malice be put away from you. Be kind to one another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another." So, my dear friend in Christ, make life meaningful by remembering what to forget. Forget that which made you sad and remember that which made you glad. Forget the times people failed you, but remember the ones that stood by you in difficult times. Forget the troubles you faced. Instead, remember the many blessings you received through life. May you have a good and godly day.